Hi guys, welcome to this session in LibreOffice Calc. In this module, I want to cover some of the more basic functions that you get in Calc and explain how they work. So I'm going to create a small budget sheet, and through that I will introduce several of the more common functions. So I'm going to type car, tax, gas, water, food, and bills. Now the first little trick is the days of the week. If I type MON, short for Monday, and get myself into the bottom right hand corner, I can pull that over and it will fill in the days of the week for me. That is called a custom list. I'll put the word total at the end there. So you don't have to type out the days of the week, and if you keep pulling it across, it will keep doing the days of the week, Saturday and Sunday, and then Monday and Tuesday again. So we'll go total, average, max, min, and count. Those are what we're going to do. Before that though, we need to get some figures in there. So if I type 10 for Monday for the car and pull that across, it automatically increments by 1, like so. You can see that. Now if I type 10 underneath for tax and pull it across, this time holding my control key down, I just get 10 all the way across. So without the control key down, you get the sequential numbers. With it down, you just get the same. That is the exact opposite to how Excel works. Excel with the control key, you would get the top line. Without the control key, you would get the second line. Strange but true. Now gas, let's say we do 5 and then 10. I'm going to highlight the two of them. Now that's called a step value. So if I pull that over now, it's going to remember that step and jump by that gap, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now for the rest of it, I want it just to be 10. So I'll type 10, get the little black cross, pull it down this time, let go, and then pick it up again and come across as a block, like so. Now I want all of these figures to be formatted to pounds. So this is the button to do that. And then you can select what you want. If I click the button, it'll just do UK pounds, which is great. Now I also want to sort of colour the whole thing in and have a grid on this. So there's no grid on it at the moment. And I don't want to colour all of that area, but I do want to do borders, and I do want to colour a little bit of it in. So if I go to do the borders, I'll pick inside and out that one. A bit thick, but it's okay. And then this bit I want to be coloured in. I'll go for a pale orange or whatever colour that is. It's okay. So now we've got a space at the bottom here to add up that list. The function that you should use to add up a list is the sum function. Now you can type the function, or you can go and click on this little button and it will show you all the functions that you can have, and you can select it from in here. So if I type sum there, it will show me all the sum functions, sum ifs, etc. So I just want that one, and it's coming up with the options for me to add it up. Now I don't want to do it like this. I want to do it myself, so I'm just going to cancel that off. So what you can do is type in there equals sum and open the bracket on it, and then it's waiting for you to select the list. So I want to select this list, B2 to B7, closing the bracket. Now a lot of people will press enter now and tell you to press enter. I tell people not to press enter, just to click the green tick if you're happy with this. So if you're happy with the formula, you go at the top, you check it on the formula bar, and you click the tick. If you're not happy, you click the cross and start again. So I'll tick that, I am happy, and I get that answer, and I'm going to pull it all the way across like that, all the way to the end, and then I'm going to do the next one. So now what I'm going to do is the key command for sum. Now the sum function is the only one with the key command. It is Alt and the equals, and you see it's grabbing this list now. It's looking at this, so that is actually what I want. Tick, and then I can get my little black cross and double click it, and it will fill it down until it hits something or there's a gap. You want to make sure there's something in the way so it doesn't come down here. This isn't relevant. Now we're back over this side, so I want to know the average of that. So I'm going to type equals average, and then opening a bracket on it, selecting that list, closing the bracket, clicking the tick, pulling that over, right over into the total column. And then I'm repeating the process with the other functions. Now obviously if you don't know what the function is, you're going to have to go into the wizards, which is what I showed you before. But if you do know what they are, you can just quickly select them like this, and Bob's your uncle, you can just fill it across. So min equals min, open the bracket, select the list, check the formula, click the tick, pull it over. So it's very simple. Count. Now count is just going to count how many numbers there are in a cell range. So if I go equals count, open the bracket. If you want to count text, you'd have to use the count a function, but there you go. Close the bracket, click the tick, pull it across. 6 items in that list, pull it over. 6 items. That's not money, so it's formatted correctly. So now any of these figures changing, if I change that figure to £200, when I press enter, most of these formulas are going to change to reflect that. Obviously the minimum and the count didn't, but the sum did, the average, max did change to show that. And that's how a spreadsheet works, whether you're using Calc or Excel or Sheets in Google. They all work in a similar way. You do the formulas that looks at a cell range, you change the data in the cell range, the formulas react and give you the answer. But that's all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can use some of the more basic functions in LibreOffice Calc, such as sum, average, max, min and count. So hopefully this little video is of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.